Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am going to share with you today some skincare tips to promote healthy skin habits for your newborn or infant and your toddler as well. I'm going to share with you some products that I use. This is not a sponsored video, and the routine that I usually use to help my children maintain healthy skin. Both my children, I just had she's 3 months, she just turned 3 months, so I just had a baby girl, and I have a son who is 2 years old, was about to be 2.5, but he's a toddler. So both that I have discovered that they both do have eczema, and eczema is just a broad term for, sorry, I have a little one here, but eczema is just a broad term for, dry, flaky skin. And I have it. I believe it's hereditary, and they have it as well. So with that, I have to make sure that their skin is being taken care of. And you want to start this early. You want to start this now so that it won't get any worse, and that you instill healthy skin habits for them to have for the rest of their lives. I didn't find out until I was maybe in middle school about my skin, and at that point it had gotten a lot worse, and we had to use steroids. So I would recommend just starting on this early, and I'm going to give you some tips to start. You want to start with clean skin. That is the most important. We know the skin is the largest organ that we have, and so we want to take care of it. It's also a barrier to all the environmental elements. So the products that I use, I will show you pictures of them on the screen. To clean their skin, I usually start with a bath. It's going to be, just warm water, not too hot, especially because they have eczema. You don't want to dry out the skin even more than it's going to be dried out with the water. So the baths are warm water, and it's going to be only for about 10 minutes. I don't let my son, even though he loves to play in the tub, we don't let him stay in for 20-30 minutes. No, it's because it's going to continue to dry his skin. So about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes for him to play. And the products I use first, I've been using this since I've tried a lot of other products, but this is the product that I like the most, especially for his skin type, and that's the Dove Fragrance Free Wash. And there is another one. It has the same kind of blue top. This one's a little teal, I would say, but you might get it confused. But the other one says Rich Moisture, even though that one smells very, very good. I don't use that one. I have used it before, and it just had an adverse reaction to my son. It is for sensitive skin, but it is not fragrance free, and some reason his skin does not do well with fragrances, so I don't use that one. But I would recommend, if your child doesn't do well with the fragrances and they have very sensitive skin, to use the fragrance free. Make sure it says that and not Rich Moisture. Also, for their face, I use the Mustela Cleansing Wash. Love this stuff. It is a bit pricey, and I do try to get a coupon. I've signed up for their emails, and so I try to get a coupon, 20% off anything I can get, or buy one, get one half off, anything I can get. But the Mustela Cleansing Wash is so good, especially for their face. Make sure you check out my baby acne video, how I got rid of my son's baby acne and how I'm getting rid of my daughter's baby acne. I use this cleansing wash, and it works wonders, and it smells good as well. It's not fragrance, it's a natural fragrance, but it works well. So I use that for their face, and I also use the Dove wash for the body. And I also, when you're washing, make sure you use 2 separate towels. I used to use the same towel for as long as I can remember, until recently when I had a baby. I realized, okay, they need 2 separate towels for the face and body, obviously, right? Don't judge me. But 2 separate towels, one for the face, one for the body, for obvious reasons. Next is moisturize. Oh my goodness, it's so important, especially with those with eczema, dry skin. moisturization is key. That's my favorite word. Key. It is key because, like I said, the skin, it's our barrier. We need it to stay healthy, and by staying healthy, we need to stay moisturized, not dry, because that causes even more problems, and we don't want those. I will show the products on this. I'm sorry, I'm rocking, but for moisturization, I will show the products on the screen, the ones that I love, that are tried and true for me, and that have worked for my children after, you know, trying different products. These have worked for me. The first one is the Tubby Todd All Over Ointment. Like I said before, this is not sponsored. This is all bought with our hard-earned money. So, but these products are really, really good for our children's skin, and you want to invest, if you can, on products that are going to be beneficial for your child, especially in the long run. Just create these habits so that when they get older, they can continue them and have healthy skin. It will take them a long way. Okay. So all over ointment, I use this primarily for the face, sometimes for the body, but it is a little pricey as well. Even for the little, I think it's 16 ounces, about $24, but you can get a bigger size for obviously more. So again, with this, I try to get different deals, but if I don't, I would just pay for it outright because it's just a really good product. And because I only use it on the face, it lasts me a lot longer so I can stretch it out. And it is cruelty free, fragrance free, and it doesn't have any harmful chemicals that I know of in it, and it's just great for those with dry skin, eczema. Next is the Dove. I like the Dove eczema. I think it's the Dove eczema cream. I like that. I use that. Currently I'm using the Dove nighttime cream. I'm using that only on my daughter because she seems to not be adverse to the fragrance in the lotion. I don't do it in her wash, but in the lotion she seems to be fine with that, and that has fragrance. The Dove nighttime lotion, I'll show you a picture of it. That does have fragrance, and I usually wouldn't buy it, but it was a gift and I like it. It's Dove. They make really good products, so I'm using that, and it seems to be really well on skin. It's not a very thick lotion like the all over ointment, but it moisturizes, and I'll tell you what I use with that as well to keep it, you know, really moisturized and still in that moisture. But like I said, because it's so thin in consistency, I'm not sure about it being extra moisturizing, so I use something else with that. And for my toddler, I use the Eucerin. If I wasn't using the Dove for my daughter, I would use the Eucerin on her as well because it's a thick lotion. I'll show you the one that we have. Eucerin have different types for, you know, whatever stage your skin is in. I personally use the Eucerin calming cream because I have eczema and it irritates me and it's itchy, and that helps to really calm down my skin. It has the oatmeal, the Kaleido, I think I'm saying it right, oatmeal, and it helps to alleviate my itchiness. But for my son, I use the intensive repair, I think that's what it is. I'll show a picture of it on the screen. I use that one for him, and that helps keep a really good barrier on his skin. It's thick, I really like that. It is very moisturizing. Once you put it on, he's a little shiny, but it seals, his skin soaks in that moisture so well. And with the lotion, I just do it in sections, but that's just me, especially after they get out the bath. I usually go from toe to head. I know, but that's just how I go. I guess because I'm trying to hurry up and put on that diaper, but from toe to head, and you can do however you feel like you want to just do it all at once, but I usually do in sections. I'll wash my hands and then I'll do the face and work on that with the olive. Sealing in that moisture. As I stated before, with my daughter, I use the Dove nighttime lotion, and it's very thin lotion, and I don't know if it's really giving her the moisturization that I like. So I seal that moisture in with either Aquaphor or petroleum jelly. Those are the two things that I use, and I use that interchangeably, either with my daughter and my son. So either the Aquaphor or the petroleum jelly, I use those to seal in that moisture. That just is just me, but sometimes even with the Eucerin being thick, like with the Eucerin, you can just use that. It's that good to me, but I like to go that extra step to make it last a little longer with the petroleum jelly. So I seal that in. I like them to be really shiny. Really, really shiny. My pediatrician said, especially for the face with the eczema, she said it's best to have the skin look wet. That's when you know that it's moisturized. You don't want, your baby or your child with, looking dry, the face to look dry. If it looks dry, it's probably dry. So you want to make sure the skin looks wet. It don't have to be oozing with the petroleum jelly, but looking moist. And lastly, for skin tips and healthy skin habits is protecting the skin when you're outside. That's important as well. So for the young ones that are under 6 months, like my daughter here, dermatologists recommend that you just cover them up, make sure they're in the shade, having, lightweight clothing that protects the skin, or, a sun hat, something that they won't be in the shade, be in the sun for long periods of time. And that's what I do with my daughter. So for those who are older than 6 months, you can put sunscreen on. I will show you the type of sunscreen that I have. It's called the Baby Organics, and I purchased it from Target. And it is a mineral sunscreen, SPF 50. They recommend at least a minimum of SPF 30, excuse me, to protect the skin. Sorry, my ring light went out, so natural light it is. Okay, as I was saying, I purchased it from Target, the mineral sunscreen. Now, I got that because I wanted to get a sunscreen that was, without the harmful chemicals in it. And I looked it up, and that was the one that one of many that they recommended. The dermatologists and other sources recommend it. Just FYI, you're gonna have a little ghost running around, so it is gonna be obvious because it doesn't absorb into the skin like the chemical ones do. And so that's one reason why I wanted it. But I don't mind having a little friendly ghost. Running around, as long as the skin is protected, we're good. It has the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide that are really good with sensitive skin, and that's another reason I got that type of sunscreen, because I didn't want it to irritate their sensitive skin. So if your child has sensitive skin, or if you are just trying to avoid the irritants in some of the other products that have the chemicals in it, then I would recommend the Baby Organics, or looking up I'll put a link to a website that I saw that has other sunscreen that dermatologists recommend. And with the sunscreen, just making sure that you know how to apply them. It tells you on the bottle, but face, back of the arms, hands, legs, feet, all the areas that are exposed. Is also water resistant. So if you're going to the pool or to the water park in the summer or whenever, it is really great for that. But just knowing that you're gonna have to reapply if you block them dry after they get out the water, or in they say about 2 hours you'll have to reapply. Just FYI. I hope this video was informative and helpful to you all. These are really good skin tips and habits to have, especially if you have eczema or sensitive skin. I have adopted these habits myself so that I too can have healthy skin. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.